All right, gang, it's time for Daybreak and 10 on Color 10 on this July 3rd. We are with you commercial-free from now until the end of the show. First, though, let's check in with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. She brings us the forecast first on this Friday morning.
Good morning, Joe. We are starting out with some dry roads in Branson. It is warm with a couple of clouds, 68 degrees out there right now with some sunshine peeking through. We have some really isolated, locally heavy downpours, some showers and rumbles of thunder. The bigger cluster right now has been near Mount Vernon and Monette. They are not seeing anything organized by any means. It's 71 degrees in Springfield, 68 in Branson, and 72 degrees up in Camdenton. Very humid on the buggy meter to start again out there this morning. At the pool today, you'll find some scattered showers and storms. Still a very high UV index of 10 with temperatures in the middle and upper 80s. Same thing as you fire up the grill, flip over those burgers. You'll have some scattered showers and storms and will still stay muggy through the evening hours. So a couple of storms out there today, not as hot as yesterday with temperatures in the upper 80s. Muggy 70s with spotty storms overnight tonight, and by tomorrow it looks like we could have some showers and storms at least early in the day, then more sunshine later on for your 4th. So your holiday weekend starts out with storms today. It looks like a storm chance will be healthier early on Saturday. The driest day of the whole weekend will be Sunday, sunshine and that high at 90 degrees. Your 4th of July planner has some spotty storms early. We'll find more in the way of sunshine later on, and then we stay pretty muggy in the evening hours. At least it'll be dry. A lot of these storms will be driven by heat and humidity. Once the sun sets and you want to work on some of your fireworks, you'll have temperatures in the 70s and 80s, staying very warm and muggy with some clouds, but it will be dry. Here are your holiday headlines. Healthiest storm chances today, early tomorrow. Turning mostly sunny later on in the day on Saturday. The driest day is Sunday. Your fireworks forecast will be dry and muggy. Joe?
Continuing our coronavirus coverage for you this morning, got to let you know about new exposures in Greene, Christian, and Laclede counties. The full details of these can be found over on ozarksfirst.com. Two of the newest cases, though, are at Camp Niangua, which is a youth camp, and then there's also a possible outbreak at Camp Kennecook in Lampe. Also, 6 employees at Silver Dollar City have tested positive. Yesterday, Springfield announced it will remain in Phase 3 of its recovery plan through July 15th. That means 50% capacity at most all businesses there. Health Director Clay Goddard says one of the main reasons is an increase in community-spread infections. 18% of Springfield's cases in the month of June were due to community spread, and there is a big holiday weekend here on tap. The coronavirus has forced many Americans to move online for things like work and school, and yesterday Governor Parson signed a bill that will continue to grow Missouri's broadband. The governor announced $50 million in funding to make that happen. Now, of that 50, $20 million will go to expanding and improving high-speed broadband, and $5 million will go to telehealth. The governor says bringing the digital divide is important not only for students, but also for the state's economy.
And now, with the challenges posed by COVID-19, access to high-speed broadband is more important than ever. The digital divide in rural Missouri limits growth in many sectors of our economy.
Governor Parson also signed a bill into law to protect safe drinking water for Missouri schools. It allows schools to test their water to make sure it is lead-free. As statues and monuments are being taken down across the country, the same conversation is now struck up about racism, and it's made its way into the Ozarks here. The PGA has announced it will rename its Horton Smith Award. Horton Smith was a famous golfer born in Springfield. He's known for winning the very first Masters tournament in 1934. A golf course in Springfield is named after him. Smith served as the PGA president in the 1950s, but during that time he supported a policy to admit white members only. 70 years later now, the organization wants to rename his award, which is given to golf educators. We're not sure who's calling for that change. The Springfield Greene County Park Board says it's investigating its options. Also, no word yet on if that means renaming the Horton Smith Golf Course will happen either. Just some education coverage for you now. Missouri State will be dealing with even more factors than usual heading into the fall, and that starts with a $12 million cut in state funding. President Cliff Smart says that's due to the state needing to make cuts to balance the budget at the expense of higher education. MSU had to make cuts of its own to things like maintenance, travel, implementing a hiring freeze, and having to dip into about $4 million in reserve funds. For the time being, there are no furloughs or layoffs at the school, and tuition has increased about 2.3%, which is around normal. Smart says next Monday, MSU will do a combined rollout for the return to campus plan.
For us, everything from events to athletics to Greek life to, where we are in terms of evaluating a masking policy, transportation, etc. If the world changed in terms of the virus and we needed to close school down early, we have 2 or 3 points that we can do that.
Cliff Smart also says they're not prepared to introduce requirements just yet for a masking policy. All right, this weekend you may be startled by the sound of fireworks at random times these next few days, but pet owners also have their animals that they need to look out for. Nigel McDonald joins us today in studio to share some ways experts say you can keep your four-legged friends safe this holiday. Nigel.
Well, good morning, Joe. For our pets, the 4th of July holiday can be stressful and even traumatic, which is why experts say preparation for the holiday is key for a smooth weekend. Now, Springfield veterinarian Dr. Denise Roach says this includes things like finding a safe room for your pet to stay in. If they like watching television, you can leave it on as a distraction for them. Roach says make sure cats also have a hiding space. She also stresses the importance of having your pet microchipped.
One of the most important things you need to do is make sure that you have a current ID on your pet in case they escape, because with noise phobia, it is a true phobia, so your pets will act unexpectedly and do things that they normally wouldn't do. You hear stories of dogs going through screens and windows to try to get away, which is obviously the worst case scenario. So make sure you have an ID on your pet so it's easily seen. If your pet is microchipped, make sure that the microchip information is up to date.
Well, the Humane Society is actually hosting a low-cost microchipping clinic later this morning. Now, the Humane Society says that it is by appointment only, so go ahead and visit our website at ozarksfirst.com to learn more information about the event.
Nigel McDonald this morning, thank you. And some news around the region now. Police are working to keep everyone safe for the 4th of July in Arkansas. The Fayetteville Police Department says officers will be out looking for drunk drivers, but this year they'll also be making sure everyone is complying with the COVID-19 restrictions in the town.
We're just there to keep everyone safe, and we ask that everyone cooperates. We haven't had any real issues here in Fayetteville. It's all about education and cooperation, and we appreciate the public's help with that.
Police have also been handing out masks to businesses so they can stay in compliance with the city's new ordinance that requires people to wear face coverings when in public places. Let's take a look now at what's coming up for you on CBS This Morning.
Coming up, a 4th of July like no other. We'll show you where beaches are closing for the weekend as coronavirus cases continue to soar. Plus, a look at changes to air travel in the new normal. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
All right, so a lot to look forward to there. We also take a look at what's trending. Want to push you to our website because we have a full guide to let you know about everything happening this 4th of July holiday. We've listed fireworks celebrations that are going on. We've listed some that are postponed for later dates and also those that are canceled. There's also guides on there when you can set off fireworks in our area. Madison Heaver was discussing that story last night. You can find that there. There's certain areas you can shoot off fireworks. Springfield, you can't do that at all. It all depends on the city and the county that you're in. Go to ozarksfirst.com and search for it. You can even search for it in our Color 10 News app. The other big trend, the whole internet talking about America and Hamilton right now, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's excited about this. So Hamilton has been released on Disney+. It is Lin-Manuel Miranda's Broadway play that they actually filmed with the original cast, and then Disney+ picked this up, and it is now streaming there. So you learn about the country's history and more, right?
Jennifer Bray loves this show and was telling us a lot about it, how it's just based on America's history. If you don't know, the fight between Hamilton and Burr on how to get the economy set up and everything. American history.
But also just founding this entire country.
Yeah.
So very patriotic to do today. Also want to watch out for the weather this weekend, right?
Right. For your fireworks, it's going to be dry, warm, and muggy for the 4th of July in the evening. You might have some storms early in the afternoon with sunshine. The driest day of the weekend is going to be Sunday. Sunny and hot, a high around 90.
All right, keep the Color 10 weather app handy for that. Enjoy your celebrations this weekend, everyone, and be safe.